at 9. Co-presented by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. Driven by Hyundai Kona Electric. Co-powered by JK Tyre.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It seems the Congress party is on an overdrive to insult Hindus and the idea of Hinduism. I'm saying this because veteran Congress leader and former UPM Mantri Shivraj Patil has linked Jihad to the Bhagavad Gita now. Shivraj Patil said that Lord Krishna gave lessons and updesh on Jihad to Arjun in a part of the Gita during the Mahabharata. Even went on to say that the concept of jihad was not just in Islam but also in the Bhagavad Gita and exists even in Christianity. When Times now confronted Shivraj Patil, instead of apologizing, an angry Shivraj Patil continued to defend his statement. Listen in.
जिहाद की बात भी कभी कब आ जाती है? जिहाद की बात तब आ जाती है जबकि सारे मन के अंदर स्वच्छ विचार होने के बाद भी, अगर उस प्रकार से काम करने की कोशिश करने के बाद भी अगर कोई वो समझता नहीं है, वो नहीं करता है, तो कहा जाता है को आपको अगर शक्ति का उपयोग करने का है तो वो करना चाहिए। और वो सिर्फ कुरान शरीफ के अंदर नहीं है, वो महाभारत के अंदर जो गीता का जो भाग है उसके अंदर भी श्री कृष्ण की अर्जुन को भी जिहाद की बात ही कहते हैं। और ये सिर्फ ये कुरान शरीफ में और गीता के अंदर है ऐसा नहीं है, मगर जो क्रिश्चियन लोगों ने लिखा है, जैसे कृष्ण ने भी लिखा है। आप बताओ क्या है?
आपको मैं सुना,
आप बनाओ, अभी सुनाओ, ये निकाल लो बाजू। यू कॉल दुर्योधन एज जिहादीज, यू कॉल हिटलर एज जिहादीज, द मैन हु किल्ड महात्मा गांधी एज जिहादी, बट यू कांट कॉल हिंदू धर्म एज जिहादीज। कृष्ण का काम जिहादी नहीं है। कृष्ण का काम अगर अच्छी चीज करने के लिए वो तैयार नहीं है, बुरी चीज करने के लिए तैयार है और हथियार का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, तो तुमको करना पड़ेगा। और उसको हम जिहाद बोले तो क्या है, उन्होंने इसी के अंदर बोला है। जिहाद बोले तो क्या, निकाल डालो उसके अंदर से।
ये भी कह रहे थे कि मुस्लिम जो करते हैं, जो जिहाद करते हैं,
आई डोंट वांट टू टॉक टू यू, दिस इनफ।
The Congress, meanwhile, has distanced itself from Shivraj Patil's statement and said that his remarks were unacceptable. The BJP calls it Congress Party's Hindu hatred, and Patil's statement has been condemned unequivocally from all quarters. Listen in to the political slugfest.
कांग्रेस पार्टी में फतवा फैक्ट्री की फ्रेंचाइजी चल रही है। देश की सनातनी संस्कृति से जुड़े सवाल होंगे तब कांग्रेस उल्टी बात करती है।
What is this with senior Congress leaders? Saffron terror. A complete false bogey was created by Rahul Gandhi and his close advisors. It's shocking. Completely condemnable.
Killing infidels. People who don't follow your religion, you kill them. Whereas Lord Krishna told Arjuna to follow dharma. There's a difference between dharma and jihad.
Shivraj Patil, who had once coined Hindu terror, saffron terror, has now compared Gita, the updesh given by Shri Krishna to Arjun during the Mahabharata, to jihad. This is an affront, but it is not surprising.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah slammed Shivraj Patil and took the Mahabharata reference to give Patil a fact check over his Gita jihad. Listen in to Amit Shah.
महाभारत के शांति पर्व में अध्याय 15 में एक श्लोक है जिसका अर्थ है अपराधियों को नियंत्रण में रखने के लिए न्याय की व्यवस्था हर प्रभावी एवं सफल शासकीय तंत्र का महत्वपूर्ण अंग होती है। न्याय ही है जो समाज में सुशासन सुनिश्चित करता है। न्याय अगर रात्रि के समय में भी जागता है, तभी नागरिक और समाज निर्भीक होते हैं और एक अच्छे समाज का निर्माण होता है।
And that brings me to the legitimate question we are asking on the Newshour tonight. Is insulting Hindu equal to Congress's standard operating procedures? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the Newshour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining me on the Newshour tonight, Gaurav Bhatia, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Rahul Ishwar, activist, Shantanu Gupta, author, Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst, Lokesh Jindal, leader of the Congress Party, Ashutosh Mishra, senior journalist. But my first question goes to Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, this is not the first time that the Congress Party has said something that is tantamount to hurting sentiments of those who follow Hindus and in fact are Hindus at heart, and especially given the fact that we are in the festival season, in the run-up to the biggest Hindu festival of Deepavali. Do you think Mr. Shivraj Patil has once again done exactly what the Congress does time to time, whether it is the Astitva of Ram, who they called a fictional character, or today saying that Lord Krishna gave Updesh to Arjun on Jihad?
Navika, first and foremost, as a devout Hindu, as a citizen of the country, such communal statements which are equal to spewing venom against the Hindu community, and I'll not mince my words tonight, I just want to say also shows the core of the Congress party today. They are a party that has taken the contract to hurt the sentiments of the majority community, that is the Hindu community in India. And it is shameful that it is done time and again, as you rightly said. They have become habitual offenders, and this is only possible when there is a sinister design and the approval of the topmost leadership. Having said that, if such a statement is made which will not be tolerated by a member of any community or religion, what is the remedial action taken by the Congress? Not a condemnation, not throwing out the person out of the party, and the inference can only be one, that this has been done after the approval of the new president, Mr. Kharge, who himself, and I must lay emphasis on his statement, once said, and I have this picture with me, अगर मोदी जी पावर में आते हैं तो भारत जो है वो सनातन राष्ट्र बन जाएगा. ये है खड़गे जी. खड़गे जी प्रेसिडेंट बनते हैं और the statement of Shivraj Patil is made. So I am assuming that this has been done by their approval. My second point is, and this is more as a citizen, and I'm sure even people like Tehseen, who generally disagree with us, will agree. You may highlight the good things about a religion and a bad thing about a religion. Worldwide over, we know that people are talking about Islamic terrorism. You don't have to create an artificial equivalence like they did by saying Hindu terror, when there is none, because we all know that Hinduism is the most tolerant religion in the world. And second, why did you say that Lord Krishna spoke about jihad? Are you so well versed with the religious text of Hindus as well as Muslims? No, you are not. You were a Home Minister, and when there was 26/11 attack, you were not even well versed to retaliate. Rather, you were changing your bandgalas 5 and 2 hours, and you couldn't respond on time. So I would say this with some responsibility. This venom spewing exercise should come to an end, and as a Hindu, I condemn the statement of Shivraj Patil, and people of India will teach him a lesson that the Congress party will never forget.
Well, Tehseen Poonawala, I want to ask you, is it a coincidence? Hindu terror coined by the Congress party, questioning the existence of Ram by the Congress party in an affidavit in the Supreme Court, and today the statement, several comments in between that I haven't really referred to, but once again with Shivraj Patil coming out and speaking about Lord Krishna teaching Arjun about jihad. You know, this really takes things too far. Is it really the Congress party's agenda that to prove their secular credentials, they have to hurt Hindu sentiment? Is that become the standard operating procedure for the Congress party?
Namaskar, Navika Ji. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Namaskar to all my fellow panelists, and in advance, a happy Diwali, because I may not bump into some of you all in Diwali. So 2 or 3 points, right? You rightly pointed out, Navika Ji, that this is the pious festival time of Diwali, and my personal opinion is such kind of comments, loose comments, particularly if you're not well versed with religion, either Hinduism, Gita, or with the Quran, you should stay out of it. I'm very clear on this. But here's my challenge to Gaurav Bhai, and I'm going to give this challenge because I have a lot of respect for Gaurav Bhai. What Shivraj Patil said, a retired politician of the Congress, if it's an official version of the Congress, I tell Gaurav Bhai, Amit Shah Ji, rather than doing man ki baat, should do kaam ki baat. File 153, 295A, arrest the man. Why aren't you arresting him? I'll tell you why they're not arresting him. Now hear me out. They are not arresting him because Sangh terror, not Hindu terror, was coined by R.K. Singh. Who is he? He's a minister in their government. Mahesh Sharma on the floor of the House said, Ma Sita ka koi astitva nahi. There is no evidence of Ma Sita. He's a member of parliament. Naresh Agarwal said filth on the floor of the House. Arun Jaitley thought up and said, this man should be arrested. It was not in parliament. He's today in the BJP. The BJP has only fooled Hindus. What did Dilip Ghosh ji say about Ma Durga? You know it, Navika ji, and I know it. The BJP have no right to speak about Hindus. You have Rahul here, you have Lokesh, you have Ms. Mishra here. The BJP only want to con this country. I think what Shivraj Patil said was reprehensible. He should shut up. He should not talk. And I'm using these words of responsibility. And Jairam Ramesh has put out the official stand of the Congress. And I've tweeted this, that please stop talking Shivraj Patil ji, and please stop clarifying. Just stop talking. But the BJP put their money where their mouth is. Ask Amit Shah to act. Arrest him. Arrest him now. I dare him. I dare Amit Shah.
Tehseen Poonawala, I find it extremely amusing that you question the credentials of the BJP when Shivraj Patil made this statement on a dais full of congressmen at the release of Mohsina Kidwai's autobiography, and nobody contradicted him there. And he was asked again, he still stuck to his guns. And today you may say he is retired, but whoever retires in the Congress party, he has been the closest to, the powers that in the Congress party. And even now with Mr. Jairam Ramesh's official comment, have they really taken any action? Have they, and can they distance themselves from a former Home Minister, from a former Deputy Speaker representing the Congress party? Gaurav Bhatia, just a statement on Twitter, is that enough to assuage the hurt feelings of the Hindus, Gaurav Bhatia?
Navika, I want to just retort to what Tehseen said. First of all, look at the statement of Jairam Ramesh. It is not coming from the official handle of the Congress party, 1. 2, it doesn't condemn the statement. It doesn't even uses the word condemn the statement of Shivraj Patil. And third, why did you not sack this retired politician? And Navika, last that I checked, at 95, the late Motilal Vora was made the interim president. You never know, Shivraj Patil might also become interim president. So there is no retirement in the Congress. Not even Sonia Gandhi has retired. Second, Hindu terror. R.K. Singh was Secretary of Home Ministry. But who was the minister? Minister was Sushil Kumar Shinde. So, under the scheme of the Constitution, Tehseen is a very learned guy. He often visits the Supreme Court also. It is the minister that dictates and approves every policy of the government, not the secretary. He can override the decision of the secretary. And third, I would only say this, Navika, there are stronger statements of Rahul Gandhi who said Hindutva teaches how to kill Sikhs and minorities Muslims. Now, Tehseen, would you say the same, that FIR should be registered against him? And you are such a proactive person when it comes to ensuring justice for all. Why don't you give a complaint in the police station against Rahul Gandhi? 153A, 295A, hurting the sentiments of the Hindus, please go ahead. And second, Rahul Gandhi was the one who said, boys visit temple to outrage the modesty of girls. Should there be an FIR against him? Would you come forward? Because it is actually hurting our sentiments.
The Dattatreya called Brahmin Rahul Gandhi, very often has made these statements, Tehseen Poonawala. Why will you not drag him to court? Because you go to court at the drop of a hat.
Forget court, Navika ji. I am telling you this on your show. The day I am Home Minister,
people in jail. There is no doubt in my mind that I will throw them in jail.
Well, then we'll have to wait for Tehseen Poonawala. We'll have to wait for Tehseen Poonawala to actually become the Home Minister of this country before any action will be taken. How does that sound to you?
I really hope Tehseen ji really becomes something influential and great, because across spectrum, he is a person who always maintains a balance, dignity and reaching out to their spectrum. So I really hope all the best for his career, and I really wish him, because he was very supportive during Shabarimala agitation and all. Now coming back to our main question. See, the hallmark of pseudo-secularism is intellectual insincerity. And I'm sorry to say, senior like Shivraj Singh ji has total intellectual insincerity. This is just like Sanjay Jha ji, who was in one of the debates saying, I am so secular that I will keep Allah's photo in my prayer room. So I humbly asked him, sir, is there any photo of Allah? So he, escaped that question. This is mere posturing. See, this is just playing to the gallery. Saying something so that you can earn some brownie points. See, I'm a hardcore Hindu-Muslim unity person. People like Shantanu ji usually rebuke me for, unnecessarily trying to connect every Hindu-Muslim unity issue and saying that we should have pluralism. But please show some sincerity and intellectual honesty while you deal with things. This shows Shivraj Singh ji neither knows Gita, neither Holy Quran. He neither knows Bhagavad Gita and the nuances of it, which is a very philosophical test. He neither knows the theological concept of jihad, because jihad has jihad al-Aqsar, jihad al-Akbar, and many nuances. That's a different concept altogether. But Arjuna and Sri Krishna are in a totally different philosophical world. Sri Krishna is teaching in-depth spiritual secrets or in-depth philosophical nuances to his disciple Arjuna, using many metaphors, maybe using a historical context too. But unnecessarily connecting the word jihad is pseudo-secularism. Let us be honest about it. This is intellectually dishonest pseudo-secularism just to earn some brownie points and show that you are secular. See, I am secular. I am trying to bring jihad and Sri Krishna together so that some of the people can feel good. This is a very insincere attitude. A senior leader, a former Home Minister of India, should not have the senior attitude. And I totally agree with Tehseen Bhai that somebody in Congress party should stand up and tell, please shut up. This is absolute nonsense that you are talking.
Lokesh Jindal, the question here is not about whether the Congress is distancing itself from Shivraj Patil or not. The fact of the matter is that this is a thought process that has gone deep into the blood of the old congressmen, because appeasement and this vote bank politics of appeasing the Muslims has become so much of a second nature that you don't even realize what you are saying. When you say Hindu terror, you don't realize what are the facts of the matter. When you say Krishna teaches Arjuna all about jihad, what are you really saying? What are you really saying? People of this country will ask you this question कि ये हो क्या गया है? और हुआ वही है कि आपके ब्लड स्ट्रीम में अपीजमेंट का जो वैक्सीनेशन है वो घुस चुका है इतना ज्यादा कि आप जब आपके ऊपर कुछ मुंह खोलने का वक्त आता है आप सीधा इसी तरफ जाते हैं जो आपको अपीजमेंट ने सिखाया है. लोकेश जिंदल, इज दिस एक्सेप्टेबल?
In Ramayan Balkand, there is a chaupai which states that Jaki rahi bhavna jaisi prabhu murat dekhi tin taisna. A person perceives everything as his own belief system. Now, so
that's exactly what I'm saying. Is Mr. Shivraj Patil believing this because he is more Muslim than Hindu? He knows more about Muslim scriptures than Hindu scriptures?
No. At the most, Mr. Patil was aiming at reaching out to Sarva Dharma Sambhava.
By jihad.
That the truth.
By jihad.
The truth is there in all religions.
By quoting jihad.
Wrong choice of words.
Sorry. Sarva Dharma. Sarva Dharma.
His aim was to draw one universal truth amongst all religions.
And the universal truth is the truth of jihad.
He was.
Lokesh Jindal, I shocked by the statement that you make. Is the universal truth that you are referring to the universal truth of jihad? Rahul Ishwar, is this the universal truth that love has to be spread through jihad? Is that the universal truth that Lokesh Jindal is talking about?
Lokesh, just one submission. Lokesh, just one submission. If he wants to quote, he can quote lakum dinikum waliyadin, which can be broadly interpolated and said that your belief is yours, mine is mine, let us harmoniously exist. There are some harmonious verses, you can take that, but it shows insensitivity and basically they want to whitewash the word jihad. That's the core. Let us be honest about it.
Shantanu Gupta,
there is one saying,
they are talking about Sarva Dharm Sadbhavna through jihad, the teaching of jihad. गीता में जिहाद का रेफरेंस है. मुझे बता दीजिए कि या तो इन्होंने गीता नहीं पढ़ी, या ये हिंदू नहीं है, या इन्हें बिल्कुल धर्म का ज्ञान नहीं है. इनमें से व्हाट इज राइट?
Can I come in, Navika?
1 minute.
Navika, Shivraj Singh Patil ji has made a horrendous comment while defending. A lot of panelists are going even beyond the limit. Taliban says whatever they're doing is doing under jihad. ISIS says whatever they're doing under jihad. Osama bin Laden used to quote that I did 9/11 as a jihad, and Shivraj is saying all this jihad has happened because of the teachings of Gita. This is what Congress and Shivraj Singh Patil is saying. And Tehseen is saying he's a retired politician. I just saw the picture of the book launch. Just ask my cameraman to see the picture of the book launch, where I see Shashi Tharoor, where I see Mani Shankar Iyer, where I see Sushil Shinde. All of these are retired politicians of Congress? I guess not. So this seems like a statement. And see the contrast. See the contrast.
On what basis you say?
Navika, allow my time. Just 20 seconds more. Navika, allow me 20 seconds more, please.
I'll give you time to respond. Allow Shantanu Gupta to make his point and I'll come back to you. Yes, Shantanu.
Just see the contrast. On 23rd of October, 2 days from now, in Ayodhya, Choti Diwali will be celebrated. Narendra Modi will be there, Yogi Adityanath will be there, and 10 lakh diyas will be lit. Will be a new Guinness Book of World Record. This is one side. Other side, Congress has trained his leaders that okay, start disrespecting Hindus and keep saying your Hindu terror, Saffron terror. Ram was not there. Ram is not actual. जो लड़के मंदिर जाते हैं, लड़की start all of this. Keep saying Gita teaches jihad. So this is the contrast which is very evident to people now.
I want to ask you, Lokesh Jindal, jihad in the Gita. So Osama bin Laden Gita parkar बढ़े हुए हैं?
Navika, there is one chaupai, Khalan Hriday Ati Tap Bisesi, which says that an evil will always find a reason so as to create some form of an agitation and create unrest. That's what BJP is doing.
Okay. The BJP is wrong. The BJP is wrong, and Shivraj Patil is right. The BJP is wrong, and Shivraj Patil is right. Is that what you are trying to say?
What I'm saying is important that in which context did he say it? He should be given a fair chance. He must be allowed to explain.
What context?
That has nothing to do
context,
with
Gaurav Bhatia. Context will decide whether Bhagavad Gita spoke about jihad, yes or no. Context has to decide that.
Navika, first of all, it's not the vaccination of appeasement, but I guess it's the virus of appeasement and communal politics that has long infected the Congress party.
Thanks for
correcting. And चौपाई बहुत सुनाई जा रही है, तो हनुमान चालीसा में भी एक बहुत अच्छी लाइन है, महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी. सो हम लोग तो ये प्रार्थना कर सकते हैं केवल कि जल्द ही इनकी ये जो नफरत वाली सोच है ये बदले. But there is a larger point that I wish to make, and I'll tell you the reason why this competition is going on. We all know that Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh will be having their assembly elections soon. In Gujarat especially, Congress is not doing very well, and people are saying that it might be replaced even as an opposition party by the Aam Aadmi Party. Now remember the statement of Rajendra Gautam. don't disturb me, my friend, don't disturb me. It's okay. Let me make my point. जो भी सपने हो देखेंगे किसके सपने हैं, कौन रियलिटी चेक करता है. राजेंद्र गौतम ने कहा था, लॉर्ड शिवा, लॉर्ड कृष्णा, लॉर्ड रामा, लॉर्ड ब्रह्मा, they are nothing. And today, competing with him, Shivraj Patil, in a bite given to one of the broadcasting agencies, said, भगवान गौतम बुद्ध ने कहा, मैं भगवान को नहीं मानता. Second, he said, हिंदू धर्म में लोग ही कितने हैं नाविका जी? 2, 4, 5. कांग्रेस पार्टी बड़ी है, हिंदू धर्म तो बहुत छोटा है. तीसरी बात जो उन्होंने कही, क्रिश्चियन सबसे ज्यादा है, मुस्लिम उसके बाद है, उसके बाद है बुद्धिस्ट और फिर है हिंदू. फैक्चुअली ऑल्सो इज रॉन्ग. बट माई पॉइंट हियर इज नाविका, देयर इज अ कॉम्पिटिशन गोइंग ऑन that we have to appease the Muslims and we have to hurt the sentiments of Hindus every day. We have to treat them like second-grade citizens, and that is why today the Congress party has been decimated all over India. The worst part is Mr. Jindal here is justifying the comment made by Shivraj Patil. I think Shivraj Patil even today, when Tehseen is saying has retired, has a bigger stature than Naveen Jindal, and thus I demand Kharge Ji to come out and first condemn his own statement on Sanatan Rashtra and then also condemn the statement on Jairam Ramesh.
Lokesh Jindal, but let me get in Ashutosh Mishra. He hasn't spoken yet. Ashutosh Mishra, are these compulsions of elections, or are these compulsions of just the second nature of the Congress party, which is rank appeasement, which they have followed for so very long कि अब भूल ही गए हैं कि कौन सा इस देश में सबसे बड़ा रिलीजन फॉलो करने वाला पॉपुलेशन है और कौन माइनॉरिटी है, इसका गणित भी भूल चुके. आशुतोष मिश्रा, I want to ask you, somebody like Shivraj Patil, experienced politician, making such a statement and then reiterating the statement, that is where the question really comes. Is it the virus of appeasement that has afflicted the Congress party's thought process? Because Shivraj Patil is certainly not a lone voice in the Congress.
It be compulsion or sinister design or virus, whatever you want to call it. It is the BJP which has been infected by it. You know, you keep talking about Hindu terror. I hope you might have heard of ex-RSS man Yashwant Shinde, who has filed an affidavit saying that RSS preaches violence. So this now it's a RSS man who is saying that Sangh Parivar teaches terrorist activities, bomb blasts, and he has even accused higher ups in RSS of being knowing about this. So let's stick to facts. That's fact number one. Fact number two: Jihad doesn't only mean holy war. It means an effort to fight evil within and without. What jihad you understand as holy war is actually what BJP is doing. That is misusing the religion to expand its political base. And that's what the kings used to do in the past. They misrepresented, misinterpreted along with the priests. We see priests even today. We have a lot of people who stand up and in Mahasabhas who spew venom against minorities. So it was a similar thought process which led to holy wars, whether it be crusades or jihad. Let's not confuse that. Them with jihad, which means
who is confused?
Within
Are people of India confused, or Shivraj Patil and the Congress party confused?
BJP and its voters. Because when you talk about appeasement and you talk about maths, I mean, what you say is an oxymoron. No political party will try to be on the wrong side of majority of voters. And in any case, BJP still hasn't got the majority of Hindus voting for it. So it cannot say that it represents Hindus in any way. It's winning.
No. You are saying nobody will want to be on the wrong side of the majority community. But Rahul Ishwar, it is the same Shivraj Patil who has said that first Jains, Buddhists, Muslims, Sikhs, and then Hindus. Then Isn't he confused about which is the majority religion, which is the minority?
Ashutoshi, let us be honest about this. There is a disrespect to the disorganized Hindu majority. Hindus, even though are majority, around 100+ crore people, they are unorganized. They are not united. So there is a disrespect. Otherwise, how can anyone explain Sri Ram, who Mahatma Gandhi said as Rama Rajya? Mahatma Gandhi's core was Ram. And the ASI and the central government had the audacity to say that Ram didn't exist. And please remember, even right now, many people in government, when the government was there, they used to call it Adam's Bridge and not Ramasetu. How can it be an Adam's Bridge when it was Ramasetu? But they wanted to secularize it. They wanted to secularize and call it Adam's Bridge. So there is a callous attitude.
That's the point. File the affidavit, then take it back. You say this, but not take it back. You talk about jihad, not take it back. The question is, why is there confusion in the minds of the Congress people? And Tehseen, that is my question to you. After all, सब लोग कोर्ट में, न्याय के मंदिर में, कोर्ट में जाकर गीता पर कसम खाते हैं. उसी गीता पर जिसमें लिखा हुआ है कि कृष्ण ने अर्जुन को जिहाद सिखाया था, उसी गीता पर.
The Gita, as Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru explains, is of cultural significance to Bharat, not of India, of Bharat. And anyone who's read Discovery of India and read a little bit about Nehru knows what Nehru held about India's cultural ethos and about Hinduism and how devout a Hindu he was. But let me come to the larger issue. The Congress has officially distanced itself.
Is Gita only cultural or is it religious also?
He was not a
It's a religious text and a cultural text, because I as an atheist have read the Gita, and it should be taught to every single Indian because it is the most important book every Indian will ever read.
Does it teach you about jihad? Is that the reason you're reading it?
No, it actually teaches me about the victory of good over evil. It actually teaches me about the infiniteness of the universe.
And that is, in your definition, is that called jihad?
No, I don't think so. Therefore, I said Shivraj Patil should shut up.
Okay, so Lokesh Jindal, to Tehseen Poonawala, good over evil is what Gita teaches. The victory of good over evil. 1 minute, on limited point, Lokesh Jindal. Coming back to you, Tehseen. Tehseen, take a deep breath. Let me get Lokesh Jindal. Let me get all congressmen on the same page. And Lokesh Jindal, I want to ask you. Victory of good over evil is what Gita says is even the understanding of Tehseen Poonawala, who calls himself an atheist. लेकिन ये बात शिवराज पाटिल को नहीं समझ आती, कांग्रेस को नहीं आती.
Clear that all religions in the world, they speak about a universal truth.
Which is?
We are not trying to draw any form of a parallel.
And the universal truth is what? Jihad?
Or other religion. No.
What is the universal truth?
The universal truth is that there has to be a form of a compassion amongst all human beings, all forms of love and compassion, mutual social cohesion. That is what is the essence of Bharat Jodo. In fact, that is what is the essence of humanity.
But Shantanu Gupta, was that the essence of what Shivraj Patil said? Was that when Shivraj Patil talks about jihad in the Gita, is this the compassion that is being taught? Is this the compassion that is being preached, or is this really trying to show down a religion that is followed by the majority population in this country?
Navika, why will a political party?
I don't know. You tell me.
Let's not go around the woods.
Is it for me?
Navika.
Yes, Shantanu.
Navika, don't do jihad on the channel, please. It's my turn. Let me speak, please. Yeah. So let's not go around the woods. Shivraj Singh Chauhan and all the congressmen who spoken against Hindus in the past, their only purpose is to appease minority. Now the election season is coming and they want to show a clear picture. Okay, even if you do jihad, even if you do terrorism, we will defend you, and we will also put false equivalence that Krishna has taught jihad. So let's not be fooled. The way they coined Hindu terrorism, the way they coined that Ram is imaginary. Similarly, Shivraj added one more leaf in the anti-Hindu chapters of Congress now that Krishna had taught jihad.
Well, I want to ask you, Tehseen Poonawala, once again. Tehseen Poonawala, why is there no condemnation that is coming from the Congress party? You say Shivraj Patil is retired, but he is with all other congressmen present at the book launch ceremony where he made this statement. So I want to ask you, why just distance yourself? Why not condemn this? Why not call this hurtful? And why not put out a statement or force Mr. Shivraj Patil to apologize to a country where the majority people are Hindus and have been hurt by the statement he made? Why? Why no action?
I'll answer very specifically, but just prior to that, for 10 seconds I was reading with you. Is it my fellow panelists and dear friends of mine, Gaurav Bhai, Rahul or Shantanu Bhai, they believe that the Muslims will get happy by Hindus being run down? No Muslim in this great land of ours will be happy by Muslims being run down. So why would any political party want to sort of give this word of appeal? Which Muslim will be happy that Hindus are run down? But let me answer your question.
That's what Congress thinks, and that's what how they ran their politics for the last many decades.
And let me prove that, Shantanu Bhai. Let me prove that Congress does not think that. Shivraj Singh Chauhan was incompetent at 2611, the Congress kicked him out. But on 2611, when my dear friend Hemant Karkare was martyred, there was the Chief Minister of Gujarat making us holding a press conference. Why did the BJP not remove him? That man continues to be Prime Minister of our country, and he encouraged Pragya Thakur.
Tehseen, what about it will not help? Tehseen, what about it will not help?
Shantanu Bhai, I will not interrupt you. Please allow me.
What about it will not help? Ask your friend Rahul Gandhi just to denounce it. Just sack Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
Or force him to apologize. Or force him to apologize.
I will come to that. I'm coming to that.
At least force him to apologize.
Shantanu Bhai, 10 seconds I'm pleading, 10 seconds. The affidavit on Bhagwan Sri Ram was wrong and rightfully withdrawn by the Congress, as Ashutosh Bhai said. But the statement on Ma Sita that she is mythological, why is that not being withdrawn? I'm asking you, the BJP is the biggest hypocrite in this country. Look, the Congress made mistakes. Apologize. Why doesn't the BJP do so? That's the point that we're trying to
अच्छा, हम तो नहीं करेंगे गौरव भाटिया, हम तो नहीं करेंगे, पर आप हिंदुओं के ठेकेदार हो, इसीलिए आपने नहीं किया तो हम नहीं कर रहे तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है? That is the argument that is coming from Tehseen Poonawala. I want to ask you to respond to that.
Navika, let's raise the level of our discourse and discussion. I will say it very clearly. कोई ठेकेदार नहीं है हिंदुओं के वोट का और कोई ठेकेदार नहीं है मुसलमानों के वोट का. प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी जी represents the Hindus, the Sikhs, the Muslims, the Jain, the Baudd, the Christians, everyone. So ठेकेदारी ये सब शब्द प्रयोग नहीं होना चाहिए. But I have a larger point to make, and I am sure that Mr. Jindal and Tehseen will understand the point I am making as a citizen and as a Hindu. Navika and I will not take the name of a holy book because holy book is pious to many of my brethren. But imagine if someone would say the same for a holy book and say that, you know, this holy book does not teach this thing which is good, or this is very sinister, or Shashi Tharoor's statement, you remember when he said Narendra Modi ji is like a scorpion sitting on a shivling. How do you hit him with a chappal? Now, can you say the same for any holy book? I would not be able to say. And this is what a responsible party is expected to do. That when you talk about a religion, you should know the religion in and out. You should be an authority in that religion. And when you are comparing it to another religion, you should know both, which wasn't done in the case of Shivraj Patil. My second point is it not true that former US Ambassador Timothy Romer, he had said, as per WikiLeaks, that Rahul Gandhi feels that Hindu forces are greater threat in India than ISIS and terrorists. What does it show? It shows a state of hatred for the Hindus, and it shows that they want to appease the Muslims. And this comes out clearly even today when Shivraj Patil speaks on the instructions of Mr. Kharge, who's trying to show that he is even a bigger communal leader than all the leaders put together in the Congress. I think that is the only way to establish yourself. Third, if affidavit is a measure, because one of the panelists said an affidavit has been given against the RSS. Do you know, Navika, I'll not name the leader now, but everyone will understand Before the Allahabad High Court, there was a petition filed with the affidavit. Then a very senior leader of the Congress is a rapist. Affidavits don't speak. It's the judgment of the court which is to be followed. So please do not talk about affidavits, otherwise your senior leader will become a rapist and you will not be able to defend him.
Well, Ashutosh Mishra, I want to ask you. You know, there are serial offenders in the Congress party against whom no action has ever been taken. Salman Khurshid, in his book called Hindutva, same as ISIS and Boko Haram. Please note. And this was stated just 1 year ago, 11th of November 2021. Then Mr. Chidambaram, who says new phenomenon of saffron terrorism. There has been recent uncovered phenomenon of saffron terrorism that has been implicated in many bomb blasts of the past. And then, of course, there was the famous comment by Sushil Kumar, or rather infamous comment by Sushil Kumar Shinde. Digvijay Singh, who has continuously even said that 26/11 was actually an RSS plot that had happened. Ashutosh, I want to ask you, repeat statements coming in from Congress leaders, and so many of them such senior Congress leaders, can that be a mere coincidence?
So, first of all, we are talking about affidavits. So, affidavit given by a ex-RSS Pracharak. No, the court hasn't taken a decision on it, and CBI was opposing that the person not be allowed to give the affidavit that RSS is terrorism and bomb blast. Let's clear the air for the viewers. It's very different from the other affidavit that the BJP spokesperson was referring to.
Is the judgment delivered?
Number two, then we come to that case is still going on. That case is still going on. Please follow it. Then let's come to the Hindutva equality, Hindutva with ISIS and terrorists. That is something that even Rahul Gandhi has said. And Hindutva does not represent Hinduism. There are two different things. Hindutva is just political.
So you can call, so you're saying, Shantanu Gupta, so Ashutosh Mishra is justifying that Hindutva is same as ISIS and Boko Haram. He is virtually saying that is all right because after all we are talking about Hindutva, not Hinduism. You know, that's the difference they make. You know, is that acceptable?
Navika has started with that Shivraj Singh Patil made a horrendous statement while defining all the panelists are even going beyond it. And if you keep continuing this debate, they will almost speak the same language with likes of Shashi Tharoor, Shivraj Patil speak. So I think there's no end to this debate. This is deep inside their heart that how we can hate Hindus, how we can disrespect Hindus, and that can only give them the ground to survive politically on TV channels, right? So the more you elongate this debate, you will find the more venom inside them.
Well, Gaurav Bhatia, is this only about vote bank politics?
Absolutely, Navika. This is about vote bank politics. It's dirty politics, keeping in mind the assembly elections in Gujarat and Himachal where Congress would be routed. It's also about Mr. Kharge trying to establish his, authority by becoming more communal than Rahul Gandhi, Shashi Tharoor, Mani Shankar Iyer, P. Chidambaram, Sushil Kumar Shinde put together. And Mr. Kharge is a very astute politician. He knows that if he has to appear taller than the Gandhi Parivar, the only way is by abusing the Hindus and by appeasing the Muslims, and that is what the party has started doing.
Well, if this is the way the Congress party thinks it's going to get electoral dividends and make a comeback in politics to be a major player in this country, well, I don't know. What do people of India think about this move and whether they will be fooled by this statement and not recognize the vote bank politics and the virus of appeasement that continues to dictate statements like these coming from the Congress party's senior leaders again and again and again. Why? Let's wait and watch what happens in elections. Thank you very much for all the panelists joining me on this debate. Ladies and gentlemen,